one and all. Back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Marcus, and you are joining me live in the Comedy Studios. I'm never alone on my boy, Joey LoFaro. Joe, say hello to the people.
Hey there, people. We're back.
We back at the building, my friend, and we are having fun just for you. Because we do in the Comedy Studio, Joey. We leave the door open because we hear the comedy team wants to do nothing but sip wine in a row.
Oh,
we look too good to be alone. Goddamn! I'm wearing a tight shirt today. It is tight shirt Tuesday.
It is tight shirt. It is tight shirt titties Tuesday.
It is titties out Tuesday. So I'm gonna put my tight shirt on so my titties can show. I don't think that's the right way that's supposed to go. But hey, you know what, man?
It's just how it worked out.
And how it works out. So I don't work out, so I got titties. It's just a simple situation. It's nothing that abnormal about it, Joey.
I didn't say no, it was normal or abnormal.
But you know what, Joey?
Abnormal, possibly.
Abnormal?
Abnormal.
Abnormal. Okay, I like that
Is
one.
it French?
a little bit.
Abnormal. Oh.
Oh, man, Joey, we are back, man. We took a couple weeks off.
Couple weeks.
We took
a week off.
It was only one.
It felt like 6.
It felt like 5 because it just drug on. Because
I know we missed y'all. Y'all missed us.
Right, we were missed. We did get some fan mail.
We did
from a few people out west. So I'll read those a little later in the episode if we get to it. But again, man,
what about up north?
Up north, they don't talk to us that much up north.
Okay.
I mean, that's not the right accent. What's the accent?
Where were you going with that?
Is it more Canadian?
I guess.
I don't know. We don't have Canadian fans.
Down south.
Down south, they talk about us all the time.
It was more of a hate rant.
Yes. It's like, why is that blood trader on there with that Negro?
Look at him blood sport mother. Mother lovers.
Y'all look like y'all belong in an 80s fight film. y'all look like y'all belong in a buddy comedy.
Look at these Kumite motherfuckers.
Oh, man. But, Joey, what have you been up to, my friend? It has been a minute since we've been on the air.
Other than smoothing my balls.
You've been smoothing your balls?
I have not. No, I lied.
Your balls still wrangly?
I'm due. No, I actually did. I had an anniversary. So
you did?
I have an
Congratulations.
Yep.
You know what, Joey? For that particular date, you know what? I got to play it, man. I got to play it. It is... This is the smooth sounds of Tony Tone.
Wow.
Just giving you a little bit of loving on your anniversary. Ooh. You know how you feel, Joey, when you walk in a house and it's full of roses and your lady comes down butt ball naked saying, "Tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait to surrender."
Sound like Saturday morning.
There you go. Beat it up. But
because we were too tired on Friday.
Well, when you're tired from doing it, you get tired from doing it.
No, we were tired because we had to help her sister move into her haunted house.
Y'all back in that damn haunted house?
Man, the saga continues.
Uh-oh. So what happened this time, Joe?
So we were there to help with some moving, and I was asked to take on various special jobs.
Okay.
It required some figuring out, and they needed my figuring out skills.
I got you.
And one of them was the nitwits who previously owned this house had a library with a row of built-in cabinets. Some genius decided to take some metal file cabinets that were deeper than the built-in cabinets, put them in from the back, and then build them into the wall.
Huh?
And the new owner decided she didn't want these old dinky metal file cabinets in there anymore. Mm-hmm. So I was asked to try and figure out a way to remove them.
Okay.
Which was not possible without destroying either the metal cabinet or the wood cabinet.
Okay.
But it did require me to go into those file cabinets.
Oh.
And as we discussed previously, so we had found on our last trip There was a murder room downstairs.
Mhm.
There was a murder tub. There was a bone in the backyard. There was a metal rack. And there was a servant staircase.
Okay.
And about 16 layers of paint. I also found out that if you remove wherever there was a frame, they had the stain on the wall from where the picture used to be.
Oh, that is that kind of old.
That kind of old.
Oh my goodness.
So there was the age factor we learned some more about, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also in the file cabinet in the study was the murder weapon of a tire iron with a hook on it. I never seen a tire iron that looked like that. Why it was in the study, like it was literally a game of Clue, I don't know. But it was laying on top of some doctor's notes about something genetic code something helix something prophylaxis. So I think that they were doing experiments.
They had to be,
and they were using the tire iron to knock out the test subject.
Test subject. Wow. Yeah, this is getting deeper and deeper, Joey.
And I don't know what I'm going to find next time.
You know when you said
this old haunted house,
when you were talking about the file cabinet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what came to mind?
What?
Now you've seen the movie Bruce Almighty, right?
Yes.
You know when he's talking to God and he opens that file cabinet
and it just opens to eternity.
Yeah. And he's like, "Where's the back?" That's what comes to my mind. Like it just shoots out of the wall. It's like,
where did all that go?
Where did all this go when you close this? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I was wondering.
So they cut out the wall behind it.
They cut out it goes into the wall. It literally goes into the wall.
I don't know who the hell lived in this house, but they had some shit with them.
Some piece of work.
They had some shit with them. And for brown people to live in this home.
Questionable.
This is going to be interesting. They're going to move out. I've been watching a show. I think I told you about it last time. Surreal Estate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This sounds like a house that they would be investigating on Surreal Estate. Because I watched an episode this week where the house was haunted, but it wasn't haunted like deep haunted where like people would really get in like have ghostly apparitions come around them. Mm-hmm. The owner's sister didn't want to sell.
Oh.
So she was just making up shit. But when the surreal estate agents come over and they're just around, they're like, okay, why do you got a fan? You have that those O fans, mm-hmm. the super blow ones.
Yeah,
she had one of those up in the corner, so it would blow on her face, so they would think it was like a supernatural event, and then she had the remote in her pocket.
So it was like an episode of Scooby Doo.
Yes, it was. But they kind of find out the house is haunted.
Oh,
but I didn't get to that part because I fell asleep. Because again, I was watching it at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah,
we had a very haunted every weekend because we had that Friday and Saturday. Mm-hmm. Due to so I had booked a nice couples massage for us.
All right.
And I got called the day before to be told that it wasn't going to be a couples massage because I only had one masseuse.
You do a couples massage.
Then they called me the morning of to tell me that they didn't have a masseuse at all. So I in the last minute bookings, I was able to find. The only one I could find was in Manassas.
Now, before you go, did you do the massage or the spa day?
It was supposed to be a spa day package.
Okay.
But at the end of it, we just had to settle for a massage. So.
What did you see? Just look down. Okay, I'll keep going.
I saw a message. So I think we got someone. So anyway,
someone wants to join in.
I think someone wants to tune into the episode. So I'm trying to see what I just saw.
Okay. All right, but yeah, so because I've done the couples massage things on like on anniversaries and birthday presents things. I've done that. I was told I can no longer have couples massages anymore because I get too relaxed. And I go to sleep. And since Joey LoFaro has lived with me in the past, mm-hmm. when I sleep heavy and I snore loud. So it interrupts other people's massage time. So they like, hey, you know what? If we're gonna get a massage, just do singles. And we could just worry about it. We'll have 2 separate rooms and you can snore all night. What are you doing?
I'm trying to share our link, but it's making too much noise. It should not be this complicated.
Why are you making it complicated, Joey?
I don't know. I'm not good at technology.
Aren't you an IT professional?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That's right.
Okay.
You moved up. But yeah, man. So
a
you
lot's happened in the past week, man. I'm trying to like remember where we left off. So anyway, but Manassas is well known to be haunted because the Civil War
was there.
Just like I didn't know this. Did you know that the battle happened before they founded the town?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know this either, but the established date of the town when you drive through it is like 1870 something.
Okay. That's crazy.
So that means that they decided after the war, this place where all the blood was shed.
Let's build a town.
Let's build a novelty shop and grow a town out of it.
And Manassas is one of the biggest cities in the state of Virginia.
It also has a surprisingly high crime rate from the Wikipedia entry that my girlfriend read to me as we were driving through it.
Virginia has high crime. But that's because it's a Commonwealth.
This is what Confederate nonsense.
Yeah. Truth is true. Because everybody got guns in Virginia.
Nevertheless, we did have a very positive massage experience, and then we went to Union Market in DC.
All right.
To Oku to a Japanese steakhouse.
Ooh.
Which was as good as advertised. I was a little worried because I could tell it was like one of them pricey joints.
Oku.
But it was pricey, but worth it.
Worth it. Okay. All right. So Oku, what'd you have there? What'd you get on there?
There was some Wagyu beef type things. There was some sushi type stuff.
Wagyu. You had some Wagyu?
Yeah.
Wagyu is the shit, man.
It is.
I watch Google Foods on YouTube, and he cooks with Wagyu, and every time he touches it, it's like it melts.
Yes.
When he like rubs his finger across the raw
meat. It's like
meat.
half fat.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Okay, first off, white people, stop buying food that seasons itself. Y'all need to learn how to season meat. Okay, this is what white people have done. They've gotten to the point where they're like, you know what? We're gonna inject these cows with their own seasoning, so we never have to pull any seasonings out of the cow.
Don't blame that on them. The Japanese people invented that.
The Japanese are aliens, just like the Chinese and the Cambodians. They're all aliens. Can't blame them for anything. They're not from here.
All right, I need you to take your Hotep hat off for a minute.
You don't believe I believe the Japanese are aliens. I believe it 110%, Joey. You can't have that much technology come out of one island and everybody be good with it and be like, oh, they're just technically advanced. How, Sway? You know how? Because they broke their ship down that's inside that mountain.
I feel like what we did was create a bunch of weirdo savants when we bombed them.
When we blew it up.
Like they had to compensate. Like it would just kind of like it just like, you know how like there's like a level of normal and then we just shook the globe of normal. They were kind of effed up before that because they were suicide bombing and committing harikari, seppuku, whatever. And you know,
Sudoku.
No,
they were doing Sudoku.
Seppuku, not Sudoku.
Oh,
two different things.
Because I do Sudoku on the toilet. I love Sudoku. I got a Sudoku. I have a.
You do seppuku on the toilet. It's a very different thing.
You sound Asian there. Don't do that.
You have shame. That's what that means.
It's so stupid. But yeah, so yeah, we took that entire like country. And when we dropped those bombs on them motherfuckers, they went from tough, rough, kill everybody to, hey, you know what's great? Little animals that we can throw little balls at. We're going to throw our balls at these animals and catch them because you got to catch all of them with our balls. And then they went, hey, you know what else is great? Big-eyed American women. We love big-eyed American women with big breasts. And you know what's good when you get big breasts? Tentacles. Because that's all we need is tentacles and big breasts with big eyes. So
vending machines with dirty underwear in
yes. This is what we did to that country.
But we can't actually show vaginas.
No, that would be too much.
To blur those.
This is way too much. We can't show them in small penises. You ever watch Asian porn? It's always
I didn't want to go down this. This is a weird rabbit hole. I was trying to
Okay, I'm sorry.
The cuisine was good at this restaurant.
At the steakhouse. You went to a steakhouse. Yes. Yeah. Did you have sushi? You told me you had sushi.
It was a Japanese steakhouse. So yeah, they had sushi and all kinds of. It was like a combination of sushi and like hibachi.
Oh, okay.
So you got some really.
Did you get yourself a California roll?
They were like they were doing shit with blowtorches. It was awesome. Yeah.
Did they put some sesame on and torch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't watch. I don't watch the what do you call them? I can't say Asians. But I used to.
I'm not sure where you're trying to go with this.
I used to work at a grocery store, and we had a chef that would come and prepare sushi. Mm-hmm. Now, the sushi rice they use is the most foul smelling shit in the world when you're in a closed environment like a small grocery store.
Oh,
but it's nice and fragrant when you're just eating it or when you're out.
Yeah.
But when you're in a grocery store and they start that shit at 7:00 in the morning and your nose hasn't woken up yet, and that's the first damn thing it smells that's strong. I hate sushi for that. I hate eating. I hate thinking about eating sushi because of that one misrepresented smell of the rice wine vinegar that they were using.
That reminds me, it was a little weird that they hid the white guys in the back.
Were they cooking?
I mean, there was like, so they had the three Asian guys in the front, like it's like a bar, but that's the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So they have the grill right out in front for everybody to watch the food get made.
Yeah.
And then there's like also a kitchen behind them where they prepare other stuff.
Yeah.
And if you see, there was a little window, so I could see through it. And there was a white guy with a bandana in the back there, and another guy with a cap. So they had two whites in their back staff.
Yeah, they keep them in the back
for authenticity.
And they keep two white guys in the back and two Hispanic guys washing dishes,
just like Sarku.
True, that is true, man. Hey, you know what? I saw two videos. Speaking of the hibachi places, right? I saw two videos. One video was of this hibachi guy, and he made a fucking fireball, and these whites that were sitting around this table were not impressed by this motherfucker pulling a fireball out of his back pocket because he did the whole Ryukin jump, and it just shot out of his hand. It looked like it shot out of his hand. It was so cool, right? And then there was a second one where, like, you know how they'll be fucking up, they'll be mixing it on hibachi, and then they act like they burn themselves or something. It's like, no, they do this occasionally to mess with kids and mess with people.
Okay, yeah.
And there's this fat white girl sitting in the corner, right? She's like, "Oh my God, you need something?" He's like, "Your number." And she's like, "Oh." I was like, those are the two funniest hibachi videos I've ever seen, other than the hibachi place that flooded, which was about 4 years ago. I don't know if I sent that video to you, but the hibachi place where the sprinklers went off when a fireball shot up, and it flooded the whole fucking place. So again, hibachi places are dangerous. Just so everyone's aware, you can singe your eyebrows if you sit too close to the onion volcano, when it's coming down the pipeline. These are just facts, Joey. All I have is facts. This is all I do.
I don't want to talk about singeing eyebrows.
I know, man. You have some you have issues. It's been a long 2 weeks. His hair started.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
His hair started to finally grow back. Oh, man.
I feel like a Muppet right now because my hair is now, because it's singed, it's not growing out the way it's supposed to. It's curling more. And now I'm just extra fuzzy.
Yes.
And it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you need to cut it off, man. I'm telling you, shave it down, shave it off. Tell your girl.
I gotta start over.
Tell your girl, I gotta start over. The fire did some damage. I gotta start over. And she just gotta understand it. Because I know the young lady.
That's how the relationship will end.
Oh yeah, she will leave you unless you talk about it first. But like the young lady I'm seeing that she likes my beard, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just trim it down. She's like, don't cut your beard. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do what am I gonna do when it get hot? The face getting hot is bad. I don't need my face to be hot.
Do you got the audio up?
Yeah,
I think we have a guest.
We do. Oh my goodness, what a V-neck on. Oh, hey.
You don't. We can't hear her. So.
There it is. It's up. It wasn't on. Hello? Nope. She's not up. She's up. Is her mic on?
Kandyce, are you muted?
No, I see her talking. Hold on. It's on. Yeah, it's all the way up.
Try it now.
It's on. Kandyce.
Yes.
There she is.
Get it together, people. Joey, aren't you an IT professional? What's the problem?
Our computer somehow got switched to the wrong output. Someone's been messing with my equipment.
Our
All
assistant,
right, Goldilocks.
our assistant
Someone's
intern.
been messing with my equipment. Where's Phil?
They could.
Sleeping.
Phil Avocado couldn't join us this week, so it was just the two of us, and now it is a threesome. I know Kandyce likes that with
something else
Oreo threesome
that happened
between
episodes. I got to go do comedy and see Kandyce in New York.
You sure did.
New York. It was New Jersey. It was similar but different. Not really. It was completely different. What has happened is
it was New York, but it smelled bad.
She didn't tell us this. She has adopted a whole group of white people.
Of course she has.
As is my custom.
Like there was, so when I got to this open mic, what it looked like was like it looked like the place where they staged the January 6th thing.
Okay.
But then you go inside and you realize that it was actually a situation where there had been a community college and this was the lounge, but the community college burnt down and all the students in the lounge just stayed there. And Kandyce was that cool
Not
kid.
at all what it was. It's
Kandyce,
like a clubhouse for a social group.
Same thing.
Same
people were there.
Yeah.
They had their own blue.
Ooh, they had a blue?
They had their own blue.
Kandyce created her own blue in New Jersey?
No, I didn't. It was here. That
blue
was here in
it was just pre-built. But somehow they're now codependent upon her, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Hey, you never know, man. They could follow her. You know how you know how Joey's trained. His people follow him all over the place, man.
So wait, and then tell them about the other show that you went on.
Which other? There were several.
The actual show on the rooftop.
Oh, the rooftop show.
You did a rooftop show?
I did a rooftop show in New Jersey.
Oh man, okay. All right.
With
Joey.
a different group of whites. There were a lot more whites in New York than I was expecting. That kept throwing me off because I kept hearing about how New York's a melting pot, but I kept being meet with like just a lot of white male comics.
Okay,
but that was in New Jersey where you were.
No, that wasn't just there because the Brooklyn one was like it was so white that there was a guy there who had purple Crocs that matched his purple shirt, and then he also told sexist jokes. Like that's how white it was at the Brooklyn open mic. He
had a purple polo shirt on.
It wasn't even a polo shirt.
It was just a random shirt.
I think he was trying to be the Joker from the movie, but like using the normal colors.
Okay.
Well, depending on what part of Brooklyn you were in, it's mostly gentrified, so it's going to be white people.
Joey was looking for everybody who was in the Biggie Give Me One More Chance video, and he got everybody from the Taylor Swift video.
Yeah.
Even Harlem was surprisingly.
Harlem? They got Harlem?
No, Harlem's still black. Where were you in Harlem?
I was in a park.
Rucker Park?
Harlem was more mixed. I will give it that.
Did you go to Rucker Park?
Rucker Park? No, I did not.
You know what Rucker Park is?
I know what Rucker Park is.
All right, I'm just making sure you know what this shit is, man.
That's in the Bronx, though, right?
I guess. I don't know. It's all one damn place. Why do people care?
Rucker Park is Mecca.
Yes.
That's different Mecca. That's not a comedy Mecca. That's a basketball Mecca.
You should go to all the Meccas.
I didn't have time.
Did you?
Because my one day to be a tourist turned out to be the day I got kicked out of my Airbnb early.
You got kicked out early? Why?
Because I booked it wrong.
So then what did you do on the last day?
I ate pizza.
Oh, and then went home.
Home. I bought a pizza.
Did you sleep in your car?
I drove an hour to get a pizza and then drove home.
Drove 3 hours home. Did you get a whole pizza?
Yes.
And then you ate it all the way home?
No, I went home and then ate it with my girlfriend.
Oh, you carried a pizza 4 hours?
I did.
Sucker.
Oh, nice.
That's a sucker move, Joey.
That's very sweet.
You should have ate that pizza and then we got home, gave her.
I could not have tackled that monster by myself.
Hand her the empty box and say you should have come and supported me.
That thing was as big as this desk. I don't know you understand the girth and size of New York pizzas.
Oh, it was a super slice. What's the big slice?
Don't offend it by comparing it to that bullshit.
Hey, Kandyce, what's over in Adams Morgan?
This was made with the proper amount of gluten.
What's the pizza place in Adams Morgan?
I don't know.
Talk about the jumbo slice.
Jumbo slice.
No.
Jumbo slice is like Kimbo slice. It tastes good at 5 in the morning.
It's like jumbo slice is like 10% of like it has the functional definitions of what make a pizza, and yes, it has a similar general shape, but in terms of ingredients, it's like not even close.
Trash.
It's absolute garbage.
It's hot garbage. It's there for college students to go, hey, I'm gonna get some pizza so I can sop up all this alcohol I drank for the last 5 hours.
The one we got was made with bread flour, like it's supposed to be, with that New York water.
Okay. All right. So this rooftop show. All right. Now I've never been to a rooftop show.
At an art gallery.
It had an art gallery.
It was an art gallery.
It was the roof of an art gallery.
Yeah.
And
okay.
so when you went there, you had to say what happened. How did it go exactly?
I was like, hey, I heard that there was a comedy show here. Kandyce told me about it because she did. And then I was just like there to see it. And then eventually I found the guy who was running it and explained that I was there from out of town. And he offered to put me on. So that was cool.
That is cool, man.
And they said, and there was, I don't know if they were doing this to be like, because I kept mentioning like Kandyce as the reason I was there, because otherwise they're like, why would a person from DC randomly show up to this show? And they were like, oh, we love Kandyce. And I don't know if they were like being honest or just like trying to make me not feel like an idiot.
Don't nobody like Kandyce.
Everyone loves me. She
really is well loved.
She is?
Yeah.
She's a very like people person. Like she has a personality to pull people in.
I think I'm pretty likable in general.
For the most part.
You better be likable. I paid $85 to get from Harlem to you.
You better be.
Nobody told you to leave the car. Why would you rent a car and leave it?
I didn't. First of all, I drove my own car. Second of all,
why would you bring a car and leave it?
Because somebody was having shot reactions and go, I don't know if I should go out tonight. I have a fever, so I don't know what's going to happen.
So let's talk about that. The damn vaccine took me out, Marcus. That shit took me out. I had like 102 or 103 fever. And I was sending Joey like the fucking pictures of the thermometer as it went down.
I spent a week planning this trip.
Mm-hmm.
She knew I was coming.
She did it.
She goes and gets the shot the first day I'm there. And then like the second day, she's like, oh, I don't think I have corona. I'm like, you got the shot yesterday. You're having side effects. But she's like, but I got a fever. I don't know. This is poison, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, and she had told me that she had paid shows. So I was like, okay, stay home. So then I get on the train. She's like, my fever broke. I'm good. But I'm like, I'm already on the train. And it's an hour train ride to Harlem. I can't go back and be on time for this show. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just take an Uber. Not realizing that the Uber from Manhattan to New Jersey is asshat.
Did you spend like $500 on an Uber?
$85.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's about right, going from Jersey to New York or the other way around.
If I'd known she was going to be okay and insist on going out that night, I would have driven my own damn car.
Yeah.
Listen, how was I supposed to know how the COVID vaccine was going to react to my body? How was I supposed to know about that poison, that FDA-approved poison?
I don't know, but I just needed you to make that whole decision like 20 minutes before you did. It was literally that close.
So did you get the second shot or the first shot got you on?
That was the first one that treated me like that. Can you imagine how I'm going to react to the second one? I had 102 fever, Marcus. Chills, cold sweats, everything.
I'm sorry.
Why do you sound like a robot? Did Marty get to you? Did that Stop and Shop robot get to you?
I sound weird?
A little bit. It's a little disjointed. I think we're bleeding through on her end.
Maybe a little bit.
But yeah, man. So y'all got to spend some quality time. How was Kandyce in person?
She was great as always.
Great as always. See, I like to hear that. See, I haven't seen Kandyce in years. Like it's been literal years since I've seen Kandyce in person, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know why it's been so long. She told me she loves me, then she leaves. She's like every woman in my life. She says
put together another dot comedy show so I can come out and be on it, and then you'll see me.
Okay.
You gotta talk to Jesse about that. He's the only one putting shows.
Jesse's
together.
the only one putting shows together. He's well. We may do a
we may inadvertently just take over Alex's show.
Pretty much
down here.
Oh, and you saw Alex, so talk about that.
I did get to see Alex.
You did? You haven't seen Alex?
No, I haven't seen him since that night me and my girlfriend had a fight. I don't really want to talk about that.
Wait, you had a fight?
We had a fight very early. Like this was like the first time I went to Ugly Mug for any reason was just to go hang out with Alex.
Okay.
And then there was a thing that happened
Dust up
during the course of the night that I'd rather not get into.
Okay.
But we've moved past that now. We're good.
But you've been doing Alex's shows.
But he hasn't been there.
So these are starstruck satellite shows.
I've done. I don't know how many times I've done the Ugly Mug. I've seen Alex at exactly one of the shows, and it was the one I wasn't on.
What does Alex do? Alex was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna keep this contract for the next 5 years. I'm gonna be in New York though, but just put this flyer up every 2 weeks." And you know what? Allegedly, we'll have a show. Like,
I'm not complaining. I don't mind doing that show. It's a good show.
No, it's not a complaint, or it's a compliment more than anything. Because I'm like, how do I get another state running shows?
I don't know anybody.
I wish we could have done that.
I don't know anybody who has just found success with the way he does. It's amazing. The way people rally to his causes. I don't know what he does.
Alex Starr is an amazing human being, man. All praises due to Alex Starr.
I think it's because like, I mean, like he does surround himself with good people, and I got to see because I went out Monday night. I got to see him. I got to see Ryan Downey.
Oh, that's right. Ryan's up there too.
I haven't seen Ryan Downey in forever, so I got to hang out with him. And it was cool to actually catch up with him and talk to him. And you know, he's got a really, really wise head for comedy because like he could tell. We had talked about how I was working through kind of my issue of not being able to have fun on stage sometimes. And right before I went up, he leans in and whispers in my ear, "You're unlikable and no one loves you." And it was enough to get me out because he could see the gears were turning about, okay, I got to do well. I'm representing DC. This is this. And he hit me with that and kind of just snapped me out of it.
There you go.
So I know he said that to kind of shake me out of my own peril. Okay. So I appreciated it. It was cool to have that, you know, someone who knows how to like be there. Yeah. So it was cool. It was great to see.
But there was drama, right? You got to tell about the drama. Joey told me, and I quote, "Alex collects strays." Remember when you said that? But anyways, talk about the drama that happened.
Oh, jeez. I have to. So there was a host, and there were some changes being made to the lineup, and the host was dealing with it. And then some comic decided to interact with him directly about it. And there was kind of a like, "Hey, I'll get to you in a minute," because you know how those shows go. And you're hosting, you know. And then at some point, the way in which it was asked did not sit well with the host. And he was like, "Don't talk to me anymore. You're disrespecting me. I told you, like, you're not entitled to jack or whatever."
Oh.
And then it got to the point where the host would need to like walk off and collect himself and come back.
This is Steven you're talking about?
Why you gotta put names? Like, I'm being careful not to put people's names.
Was Steven hosted or not?
Yeah.
Names.
I'm not trying to name names. I need to keep my connections up there. I don't know who's, and I don't want to get on anyone's bad side because I'm talking about. So anyway, it's not they I don't know the other guy's name.
They squashed the beef, man.
No, they didn't. It escalated beyond it. The guy. So I'm not gonna speak too much because I'm gonna tell him what I observed. All I know is at one point, Alex comes up to me.